Hey everyone, welcome to Happy Little Knits. I am Chanel Shea. Today we're going to be doing a knit and chat. I don't have a whole lot of stuff prepared. I'm just winging it. I don't think I've done a knit and chat before, and if I have, it's been a very long time. So we're just gonna hang out, grab whatever project you're working on, and you can turn me on in the background if like you just need something to listen to while you work, or if you got projects, projects to do like around your house and you need something in the background, that's fine too. I'm here to hang out with you while you do whatever you gotta do. So today I am working on it's actually a new project. I just cast this on like a couple days ago actually. This is like fresh on the needles. This is my zipper jacket by Petit Knit. I joined in the round and I split for sleeves, and yeah, I am so obsessed with this thing. It's going by so fast. Well, actually no, that's not true. I am working this up with Lion Brand's Respun in 100% polyester, in the colorway, what is the colorway? This is the yarn. I have it in this little backpack here, so I can put it in here with like some diapers and wipes, and throw my wallet and keys and everything in there, and it's my little to-go bag. The colorway is Deep Denim. It's more like a navy in my opinion. But yeah, so this is the yarn I'm using. I have 2 of these and I'm really hoping it's enough. I'm doing the size small is what I'm doing, because that's for the bust size that I was wanting. That's what the pattern recommended, was to do the size small. So yeah, it has a lot of positive ease. It's a lot bigger than I was expecting for a size small, so that's good. Yeah, so this is taking up, I don't know, like I just started doing this. So today's Friday the 13th. Ooh. And I have Miss Rachel on in the background. My daughter is playing toys and watching Miss Rachel. Today's Friday. I think I casted this on like, what day was it? Thursday night? I think it's been a week of working on this, but I've been going back and forth between this and my Care sweater by Craybear. I finished the color work on that one, and I am just working the body up on that one. But you know when like you start a project like a top down, and everything in the beginning is so much fun because there's like different techniques and the construction is different, and it's more engaging, but then like you get to the body and you're just like, okay, anyways, next. At least that's how I get so bored when it comes to the body. That's like, okay, so I didn't even mention, this is my melange sweater by Petit Knit. When I was working this, when I joined in the body, or joined to work the body in the round, I put that on pause and I did the collar and the sleeves, and then the body, like blink of an eye, because then I was like, oh, everything else is already done. I just have to do this and then it's done. So I was like trying to like, it was almost like a personal goal, like, oh, just finish the body and then you're done with the sweater. So I kind of can do that with this. I could go back and put the sleeves in. I still need to get the zipper for it, and then I can put the zipper in, which I am so intimidated by. I've never done that before. I used to sew, but I would always just use a machine because I was a beginner sewist, and so I'm not really familiar with hand sewing, and I no longer have a sewing machine. So I'm really nervous to try and sew in the zipper because I have no idea how to do that, or like how I can't even like imagine or even picture what that would look like for me. So anyway, yeah, I could go back and put the sleeves in and then come and work the body, but I think with this, what I am challenging myself to do is to try and hurry up and finish this skein, or hurry up and finish the body, whichever comes first. So that's kind of like what's encouraging me to keep going on the body of this sweater. But yeah, I get really bored fast of knitting around. Also, I can knit without looking, but apparently I can't knit without looking while I'm talking. Because every time I look up, I mess up. Yeah, oh my gosh. Okay, so this video is like extremely late. I'm filming this on Friday the 13th, which means I didn't film a video last week. And okay, so how am my brain like is short circuiting. I didn't upload this week, and so this video is coming up on Monday, hopefully. But life has been so busy. This whole week has been so busy, and I'm so tired. Oh my gosh. Okay, there's just like so much to catch you guys up on. So just, yeah, get comfortable, I guess. Get some knitting or crochet or whatever, and let's just dive in, because as you can see from this video or here, it is very chaotic. And yeah, anyway, so on Monday, I almost said I knit some soup. I made tomato soup. There's a recipe that I like have been using for so long that I kind of just have made it my own at this point. So I made tomato soup, I roasted my veggies, blended it up, and then I got 2 1-gallon size Ziploc bags out of it, and I froze them. And then I chopped up like a bunch of vegetables so that Tuesday I can make more soups. So Tuesday morning, I made chicken noodle soup, but I didn't add the noodles in. And then I made cheddar broccoli soup. And then the scraps that I had from all the vegetables, from all the soups, I put in the crock pot, and I added some water and let those kind of like simmer the whole day. And then when the soups were done, I divided those up and put those in the freezer. So now we have 6 what is that? Yeah, 6 bags of soup, which means multiple meals out of each bag. So we can use those to have soup anytime we want this winter, and I don't have to like cook it, I just heat it up and it's ready to go. Then I can add the noodles into the chicken noodle soup later. And then the vegetables in the crock pot, I made vegetable broth for the first time. I've never done that before. And then I took it a step further and I canned it. So now I have, I think like 6 jars of they're half pints, I believe. Right? No, they're pints. They're pint size. So I have 6 of those in my cupboard, which is so cool. Like, I just recently learned how to can stuff, and every time I like take it out of the canner, I'm just like this, like it's so amazing. I never thought I would have be able to do something like that. So, yeah, so I have 6 jars of vegetable broth, homemade vegetable broth in my cupboards that I canned. And then Wednesday, I made homemade applesauce for the first time, and I canned that up. So now we have 4 jars of applesauce, and it is the best applesauce I've ever had in my entire life. I'm not even kidding you. It was so good. Yeah, and then yesterday, what did I do? Oh my gosh. Yesterday I didn't do anything. Me and Sophie were so tired because Wednesday night, oh yeah, I just like grazed over a bunch of stuff. Okay. So Monday I made the soup. Tuesday, I went to, my church has a women's Bible study every morning, and I didn't even know until I got invited to it. And so I went to that, and yeah, it was a lot of fun. We're working through John chapter 13 through 17 right now. And so it's I think it was like a 4 or 5, maybe it's 6 weeks. I think this section is like a 6-week thing, and we're on week 2, I think is what it is. So so, oh no, this is the 3rd week. So I missed the 1st week basically of this section. So I got placed into a group and did that, and that was so much fun. Sophie did so good too. My church has a kids zone area, so she just played with some friends and some toys there. And then came home, made soup and broth and canned. And then Wednesday I made applesauce and canned, and I got groceries this week. I've gone to the grocery store 3 times this week. And yeah, and then Wednesday night we had our community group, because our church also does this other thing. From fall to spring, you can get placed into a group called community group, and then you meet with those people, that same group, every week, and you just like each individual. So you can either meet at the same place every week, or you, like what our group does is we rotate houses every week. So we're in a group that we've been in. This is our 3rd year doing it, and we're like the newlyweds couple, but now it's more of like we've all been married for 3 years because we all got married in 2020, and now we all have babies, so we're like young family group apparently. But yeah, so we rotate each other's houses, and so we did that on Wednesday night. And then, oh my gosh, so then Thursday we were so exhausted, so me and Sophie just did nothing the whole day. And then today I went and tried a new gym. Like they do like a 3-day free trial. Today was the first day, so I went and did that. And then Sophie did really good there because they have a daycare there, and she apparently did really good there too, which is such a relief. And then we went and got groceries for the 3rd time this week. And then came home, put her down for a nap, I showered, and then I've just been knitting because I've had a huge headache ever since, and like I'm just so exhausted. Sophie didn't go to bed until like 11 o'clock last night, and this whole week for some reason Kevin and I haven't been going to bed until like about 11 o'clock every night. And then like Sophie wants to wake up at 5:30 in the morning, 6 o'clock in the morning. I don't know why. So oh my gosh, I'm just so tired now. So I'm just chilling, and I figured if I'm gonna be sitting and knitting, I might as well just hang out with you guys. So that's what my week's been. And then tomorrow my friend's coming over, and we are going to do like a baking day and try out some recipes for some cupcakes. My daughter's birthday is next Thursday, which is insane. She's turning 1 year old, and her birthday party is not this coming Saturday, but the next Saturday. And I'm going to be making cupcakes for everyone, and I'm making her smash cake. And so I wanted to practice. I have this recipe that I've practiced once, but I wanted to practice it one more time just to make sure like it's good, and like I know what I'm doing, and I make sure I have everything. So she's gonna go over tomorrow morning, and her and I are gonna spend the day together baking. And Kevin and Sophie are gonna have some daddy-daughter time. So yeah, and then I think there was something else I wanted to do. Oh, and then I'm gonna go to the gym tomorrow. And then Sunday we have church. I'm getting my eyelashes tinted. Gotta go to the gym Sunday. And then we just repeat next week. Next week's gonna be even crazier because next week is Sophie's birthday, so yeah. And then I'm getting my hair done in November, and I'm so excited because I haven't had my hair done since before I got pregnant with Sophie. I've like cut my hair a few times, but I haven't like actually got any color to it. I'm really excited to get my hair done. Yeah, so is anybody doing the Stephen West shawl? I have the pattern, but I think what I'm doing is I'm going to watch him or like see what the results are at first, and then think about like knitting it. Just because like I don't like surprises when it comes to knitting things. I like to see what I'm doing. Oh, what the heck is this? Oh, I missed a stitch. Yeah, so I'm going to see like what the results are and then think about knitting it up. I have his pattern for the secret sock knit along, I think is what it was, that he did back in like July or August or whatever. And I really like those. I was going to knit it up, but I was actually working on my melange sweater, so I didn't have time for it. But yeah, I have had such crazy like cast on energy lately, like the wise Bethany once said, because I don't know where it's coming from. Like, I feel like my mojo was just like nowhere to be found in the summertime, and it was a freaking trek to get through knitting this. But then like after this was done, I just have been casting things on like crazy. I have almost finished Sophie's Pig. I'm not going to get it done in time for her birthday just because I got everything knitted up except for the ears, and then I've been sewing things and like assembling the body. So I need to finish assembling the body for the pig, and then I need to knit the ears and get those assembled, and then I need to knit the pig like a dress. And so I feel like I've done so much work on it, but there's still so much work left to be done on it. So I just kind of have put it on ice, and I think I'm just gonna make that her Christmas present because I knit her a sweater as a birthday present. So at least she has that for a handmade gift from mom, I guess. But yeah, so I knit her a sweater, and then I started my care sweater, and then got the color work done with that, and like started working on the body, and then I cast this on, and I already am so far in it, which I don't even know how I'm doing this, but yeah. And then I randomly one day just like knit a mitten for the first time, and I have yet to knit the pair or the second one, even though I could. It literally took me just one day to knit that glove. Like, I did it all in one day. So it would be no time to knit up the second one, but it's like socks, you know, you knit the first one and you're like, I could make the second one, but I could also do something else. So I'm casting a lot of things on, which is not like me because I am very much a monogamous knitter, but lately I think what it is I see all these patterns and all these things that I want to have, and I know what I want to have in my wardrobe. So I'm like getting an itch to do all of them because I want to knit the Tolsta tee, but the fingering weight version. And so it's like taking everything in me not to cast it on because I don't need that right now. You know, I wouldn't wear that until like it got warm out, because right now we're going into the cold season. So why would I need to wear a t-shirt? But at the same time, I'm like, I can picture it in my head and it would look so good. So I don't know. And then on top of that, like, I still have yarns waiting for me to make Sophie another sweater and like some more gloves. And then like I want to knit us all some hats and some ear warmers. I want to knit Kevin a pair of mittens, and like I want to knit so many different pairs of socks just so I can have more socks, handmade or like hand knit socks, you know. But my hands just are not going fast enough. And then at the same time, like, I want to do all these things, but my brain is also like, instead of doing all that, let's hyper focus on one project this week, and then next week we'll hyper focus on that project, and then the next week we'll hyper focus on that project, you know. So it's like I am getting like a lot of progress on my projects, but I have like a lot of them, you know what I mean? It's weird. And I have a lot more that I want to do. And then on top of that, I have a freaking huge pile of books, and the pile is just getting bigger and bigger and bigger that I need to read. But I'm so focused on knitting right now that I can't stop and read. I got one book that I finished finally. My best friend came over and she was like, "You're reading this book," and I was like, "Okay." And then I had it for like a while, and then one day I just picked it up and I read the entire thing in one day. Just because that's kind of how my brain works. Like, I need to just dedicate a day to do something so I can get a lot of it done. Otherwise, if I have to do little bits here and there, like, it's just not going to get done, or I'm going to have to like, I'm going to get bored of it really easily. Or when it comes to like reading, if I do little bits here and there, I have to like start all over again, because then after a while I'll get bored and I'll not touch again for a while, and then I'll forget what I had read. So I finished that book in a day, and then I let her borrow one of my books, and she's still reading it. And then now I just have like this huge pile that's just like staring at me like, so you know, gonna do something soon? And I'm like, don't touch me. I'm knitting right now. So I learned how to knit and read at the same time, but I don't have anything to hold the books open, so that's why I don't do it. And then like I don't have anything, I don't have a way to like listen to audiobooks that I figured out yet. So that's why I don't listen to audiobooks. I probably should have put a stitch marker in to see how many rounds I could get done while doing this, but that's okay. I think I've already done like 1 or 2. I'm pretty sure this is like my second. Wow, it's already been 20 minutes? No way. What the heck? Okay, so let's see what we got here. Do you ever like, as I'm like working on my projects, I like to do a few rounds, even though it's barely any progress, but I like to like stop and like look at it and be like, wow, look how pretty. Look what I'm doing. Do you ever do that, or am I the only one? It's just so, like every time I do stuff like this, I learn a new skill, or even just knitting in general, I just stop and look at it and I just think like, I can't believe I'm actually doing this. I can't believe my hands are creating this. I would have never have ever guessed in my life that I would do something this cool. You know what I mean? Like, is anybody like that? Like, the fact that I knit this and I'm wearing it. I'm wearing something that I made, like a sweater that I made with my own 2 hands. Like, that is crazy. Is that not the craziest thing in the world? Anyway, so I'm like looking at this and I learned so many new techniques and I'm trying new things with just this pattern alone that I would have never thought I would ever, in my wildest dreams, accomplish. Like knitting a sweater that's gonna have a zipper in it that I'm gonna hand sew myself. If you would have told me that 3 years ago when I was a crocheter, I would have been like, yeah, right. Me knit? No. Also, I'm looking at this and you can see it's very obvious where I was knitting flat versus where I'm knitting in the round, but that's okay. Who cares? I don't. I think it looks good regardless, so. Anyway, this was a really random knit and chat, I feel like. I feel like I was all over the place, but also at the same time, I feel like I talked about absolutely nothing, and it's already been almost a half hour. So I'm going to call it here. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I hope you got some good progress on whatever it is that you were working on. Go ahead and put in the comments, share with me what you're working on. I would love to know. I would love to be inspired by you guys even more than what I already am. So I hope you have a great rest of your day or your night or your week or whatever, whenever you're watching this. Okay, bye. Thank you so much. Love you. Stay back.